The rain was coming down hard that Thursday night. Alex sat in his small home office, staring at his computer screen. Nothing was working. Every design he tried looked wrong. Every color choice felt boring. He had been struggling like this for weeks now. His apartment was a mess. Coffee cups everywhere. Papers scattered across his desk. Old takeout boxes stacked in corners. Ever since his girlfriend left him 3 months ago, he couldn't seem to get his life together. She said he was too focused on work, too distant. Maybe she was right. Alex rubbed his tired eyes and looked at the clock. Almost 9 in the evening. Another day wasted. He was a graphic designer who worked from home, but lately, he felt more like someone pretending to be a graphic designer. The ideas just weren't coming anymore. That's when he heard the knock on his door. It wasn't a gentle tap, it was confident, urgent. Alex frowned. He rarely got visitors, especially this late. He walked to the door and looked through the peephole. Standing in the hallway was his upstairs neighbor. He had seen her a few times in the building, but they had never really talked. She lived in the apartment right above his. Sometimes he could hear her music playing late at night. Sometimes he heard her walking around in heels. She was about his age, maybe a little younger. Dark hair that always seemed perfectly messy. Tonight she was soaking wet from the rain. Her jacket was dripping water onto the floor. Alex opened the door. "Hey, are you okay?" She looked relieved to see him. "Thank goodness you're home. I'm so sorry to bother you, but I'm completely locked out of my apartment. I was coming back from class and realized I left my keys inside. The building manager won't answer his phone." "Oh no, that's terrible," Alex said. He noticed she was shivering slightly. "Would you like to come in and use my phone? Maybe call a locksmith?" "Really? That would be amazing. Thank you so much." She stepped inside and Alex suddenly felt embarrassed about the state of his place. "Sorry about the mess," he said quickly, trying to clear some papers off his couch. "I've been working a lot lately." She smiled, and it was the kind of smile that made Alex feel like everything might be okay. "Don't worry about it. I'm Lily, by the way. I live right upstairs." "Alex," he said, handing her his phone, "the bathroom is down the hall if you want to dry off a bit." While Lily made her call to the locksmith, Alex tried to quickly tidy up his workspace. He was embarrassed about how his life looked from the outside. But when Lily came back from the bathroom, she wasn't looking at the mess. She was looking at his work. "Did you create all of these?" she asked, pointing to the designs pinned on his wall. Alex nodded, feeling self-conscious. "Yeah, it's what I do for work. Graphic design. Though lately I'm not sure I'm very good at it anymore." Lily walked closer to his desk, studying the papers scattered there. "These are really interesting," she said. "But they seem, I don't know, like you're holding back somehow." Alex was surprised. Most people just said, "Nice job," and moved on. But Lily was actually looking, really seeing his work. "What do you mean?" he asked. The locksmith answered, and Lily spoke to him for a few minutes. When she hung up, she looked disappointed. "Bad news?" Alex asked. "He can't make it until tomorrow morning. Something about being booked up with emergency calls because of the storm." She looked around Alex's apartment. "I guess I'll have to find a hotel for the night." "In this weather, everything will be booked up too," Alex said. Then, without really thinking about it, he added, "You could stay here tonight. I mean, if you want. The couch is pretty comfortable." Lily looked surprised, then grateful. "Are you sure? I don't want to impose." "It's no problem at all," Alex said, and he meant it. For the first time in months, his apartment didn't feel so empty. While Alex ordered Chinese food for dinner, Lily continued looking at his artwork. She had taken off her wet jacket and sweater, revealing a paint-stained tank top underneath. There were small flecks of blue and yellow on her hands, too. "Are you an artist?" Alex asked. "I'm studying art therapy," Lily said. "It's like psychology, but we use creative expression to help people work through problems." That explained why she looked at his work differently than other people did. When the food arrived, they sat on Alex's couch eating lo mein and talking. about art. Lily had strong opinions about everything. She wasn't mean about it, but she was direct in a way that Alex wasn't used to. "This design here," she said, pointing to one of his recent projects. "It's technically perfect, but it's safe. Like you were afraid to make a mistake." Alex felt defensive at first, but then realized she was right. Ever since his breakup, ever since his confidence had taken a hit, he had been playing it safe with everything. "I guess I have been stuck lately," he admitted. "It happens to everyone," Lily said. "Sometimes we need someone else to point out what we can't see ourselves." As the evening went on, Alex found himself talking more than he had in weeks. Lily was easy to talk to. She listened without judging. She asked questions that made him think. Around midnight, Lily yawned. "I should probably try to get some sleep. Thank you again for letting me stay. This has been really nice." Alex brought her a pillow and blanket, but as he was setting up the couch, Lily was still looking at his designs. "Can I ask you something?" she said. "When did you stop taking risks with your work?" The question hit Alex harder than he expected. He knew exactly when. It was right after his ex-girlfriend left, right when he started doubting everything about himself. "A few months ago," he said quietly. Lily nodded like she understood. "Sometimes when we're hurt, we protect ourselves by not trying too hard, but that protection can become a prison." After Lily fell asleep on his couch, Alex sat at his desk. For the first time in weeks, he felt inspired. He started sketching, not worrying about whether it was perfect or safe. He just drew what felt right. By morning, he had created something completely different from his recent work. It was bold, confident, alive. Looking at it, he realized that sometimes the best things happen when unexpected people enter your life and shake everything up. The locksmith would arrive soon, and Lily would go back to her own apartment. But Alex had a feeling that this was just the beginning of something important. He had forgotten what it felt like to be truly seen by another person. Lily had looked at his work, his life, his carefully guarded heart, and instead of turning away, she had stayed. For the first time in months, Alex felt hopeful about tomorrow. Alex woke up to the smell of coffee. For a moment, he was confused. He never made coffee this early. Then he remembered. Lily had stayed the night. He found her in his kitchen, looking through his cabinets. She had somehow found his old coffee maker that he hadn't used in weeks and made a fresh pot. "I hope you don't mind," she said, pouring him a cup. "I'm not really human before coffee." Alex laughed. "I don't mind at all. I forgot I even had that coffee maker." Lily handed him the mug and walked over to his desk. She was looking at the new design he had worked on after she fell asleep. Her eyes went wide. "Alex, did you make this last night?" He felt embarrassed suddenly. "Yeah, I couldn't sleep, so I just started drawing. It's probably not very good." "Are you kidding me?" Lily turned to look at him. "This is incredible. Look at the difference between this and your other work." She was right. The new design was completely different. It had energy, movement, life. The colors were bold instead of safe. The shapes were dynamic instead of careful. "What changed?" Lily asked. Alex thought about it. "I guess I stopped worrying about making mistakes." The locksmith called just then. He would be there in an hour. Alex felt disappointed. He wasn't ready for Lily to leave yet. "Listen," Lily said, as if reading his mind. "I know we just met, but I have an idea. What if we helped each other?" "What do you mean?" "Well, I'm working on my final project for school. It's about how creative collaboration can help people overcome emotional blocks. And you clearly have some amazing talent that's been stuck." She paused. "What if we worked together for a few weeks? I could help you break through whatever is holding you back, and you could help me with my project." Alex felt his heart speed up. "You really think that could work?" "I think last night proved it already is working." After the locksmith came and Lily got back into her apartment, Alex couldn't concentrate on anything. He kept thinking about her offer. Part of him was scared. What if working together made things weird between them? What if he disappointed her? But a bigger part of him was excited. For the first time in months, he felt like he had something to look forward to. That evening, Lily knocked on his door again. This time she was carrying a bag full of art supplies and a notebook. "Ready to try something new?" she asked. They spent the next 3 hours working together. Lily had him try exercises he had never done before. She made him draw with his non-dominant hand. She gave him colors he would never normally choose and told him to make something beautiful. "The point isn't to make perfect art," she explained. "The point is to get you comfortable with taking risks again." As they worked, they talked. Alex learned that Lily had grown up moving from city to city because her dad was in the military. She said it taught her to adapt quickly and not be afraid of new situations. "What about you?" she asked. "Have you always lived here?" "Born and raised," Alex said. "Same house until college, same college friends, same job for 5 years. I guess I like routine." "There's nothing wrong with that," Lily said. "But sometimes routine can become a hiding place." Alex knew she was talking about more than just his art. By the end of the evening, Alex had created 3 new pieces. They weren't perfect, but they were alive in a way his work hadn't been in months. "Same time tomorrow?" Lily asked as she packed up her supplies. "Definitely," Alex said. A week into their collaboration, Alex's apartment had transformed into a real art studio. Lily had convinced him to move his computer to one corner and use his desk as a workspace for their experiments. "Your problem," Lily said one evening as they worked, "is that you think too much before you create. You plan every stroke, every color choice, but the best art comes from instinct." She was sitting cross-legged on his floor, working on a painting while he sketched at his desk. They had fallen into an easy rhythm over the past few days. She would come over after her classes, they would work for a few hours, then order dinner and talk until late. Alex was learning things about himself he had never realized, like how he always chose blue when he was feeling sad, or how his lines got sharper when he was frustrated. "How do you see all of this?" he asked. "I mean, how do you know what my art means when I don't even know?" Lily looked up from her painting. "It's my job to notice patterns, but also I think you're more honest in your art than you are in conversation." "What do you mean?" "Well, you always say everything is fine, even when it's not, but your art shows what you're really feeling." Alex realized she was right. He had spent months telling everyone he was okay after his breakup, but his art had been gray and lifeless. "Can I ask what happened?" Lily said gently. "With your ex-girlfriend, I mean. You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to." Alex had avoided thinking about Rachel for weeks, but somehow talking to Lily felt safe. "Her name was Rachel. We dated for 2 years. She said I never let her in, never shared what I was really thinking or feeling. She said it was like dating a wall." Lily nodded but didn't say anything, waiting for him to continue. "The thing is, she was right. I did keep things to myself. I thought I was being strong, not burdening her with my problems, but I guess it just made her feel shut out." "Do you miss her?" Alex thought about it. "I miss having someone to come home to. I miss feeling like I mattered to someone. But honestly, I don't think we were right for each other. We never talked about real things, never challenged each other." "Not like this," Lily said, gesturing to their work spread across the room. "No, not like this." That night, Alex created his most personal piece yet. It was a self-portrait, but not of his face. It was all the walls he had built around himself over the years and small cracks of light breaking through. When Lily saw it, she was quiet for a long moment. "This is beautiful, Alex, and brave." Alex felt something shift inside him. For so long, he had been afraid of being vulnerable, afraid of showing people who he really was. But with Lily, it felt natural. "I have something to tell you," Lily said, her voice suddenly serious. Alex felt his stomach drop. "What is it?" "I've been accepted to a graduate program in Barcelona. It's an incredible opportunity to study art therapy with some of the best professors in the world." Alex tried to smile. "That's amazing, Lily. Congratulations. The thing is, it starts in 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Alex felt like the floor had dropped out from under him. Just when he had found someone who understood him, she was leaving. I haven't given them an answer yet, Lily continued. Part of me is scared to go so far from everything I know. You have to go, Alex said, even though the words hurt to say. This is your dream. Lily looked at him with an expression he couldn't read. Is it, though? Or is it just another way of running away when things start to matter? They sat in silence for a while, both lost in their own thoughts. Whatever happens, Alex finally said. These past weeks have changed everything for me. I feel like myself again for the first time in months. Lily smiled, but there was sadness in her eyes. You did that, Alex. I just helped you remember who you already were. That night after Lily left, Alex worked until sunrise. He was creating something new, something that combined everything she had taught him about taking risks and being honest. He didn't know if 6 weeks would be enough time to say everything he wanted to say, but he was going to try. For the first time in his life, Alex was ready to fight for something that mattered. 3 weeks had passed since Lily told Alex about Barcelona. They still worked together every evening, but something had changed. There was an unspoken tension in the room, like they were both waiting for something to happen. Alex had thrown himself into his art with new intensity. Every piece he created seemed to be saying something he couldn't put into words. His designs had evolved from safe and predictable to bold and emotional. Colors that used to scare him now felt natural. Shapes that once seemed too risky now felt necessary. You're different, Lily said one Tuesday evening as she watched him work. Different how? Alex asked, not looking up from his canvas. More confident, less afraid. She paused. It's like you finally stopped apologizing for taking up space. Alex set down his brush and looked at her. Is that what I was doing? All the time. In your art, in conversation, in life. You always acted like you needed permission to be yourself. It was true. Alex had spent years making himself smaller, trying not to bother anyone, trying not to make waves. But these weeks with Lily had shown him what it felt like to be fully present in his own life. I got some news today, Lily said quietly. Alex felt his stomach tighten. About Barcelona? The gallery downtown wants to feature your work in their next show. I submitted some of your pieces without telling you. I hope you're not mad. Alex stared at her. You did what? I know I should have asked first, but I was afraid you'd say no. Your work deserves to be seen, Alex. These pieces you've created over the past month are incredible. Alex felt a mix of excitement and terror. A real gallery show? A real gallery show. The opening is in 2 weeks. 2 weeks? But that's right before you have to decide about Barcelona. Lily nodded. I know. That night, Alex barely slept. A gallery show meant everything he had worked for, dreamed of, was finally within reach. But it also meant exposure, criticism, the possibility of failure. All the things that had kept him playing it safe for so long. The next morning, he called Lily early. I'm scared, he said when she answered. I know, she said. Want to talk about it? An hour later, she was at his door with coffee and pastries from the bakery down the street. They sat on his couch, surrounded by his artwork, and talked about fear. What's the worst thing that could happen? Lily asked. People could hate my work, the critics could tear it apart. I could embarrass myself in front of everyone. And then what? Then I'd feel horrible and probably never want to show my art again. But you'd still have created something beautiful. You'd still have grown as an artist. You'd still have proven to yourself that you can take risks. Alex realized she was right. The art existed regardless of what people thought about it. The growth had already happened. What about you? Alex asked. What are you afraid of with Barcelona? Lily was quiet for a long moment. I'm afraid that if I go, I'll lose this. What we've built here. I've never had a connection like this with anyone before. And if you stay? I'm afraid I'll always wonder what I missed. And I'm afraid I might resent giving up my dream, even for something wonderful. They sat in comfortable silence, both lost in their own thoughts. Can I show you something? Alex asked. He led her to his desk where he had been working on a series of paintings. They were all of the same scene. A woman entering a room, but each painting showed the moment differently. In some, she looked confident and strong. In others, she looked vulnerable and uncertain. But in all of them, she was taking a step forward into something unknown. Is this me? Lily asked softly. It's both of us, Alex said. It's everyone who's ever had to choose between safety and possibility. Lily studied the paintings for a long time. They're beautiful, Alex, and they're going to be perfect for the show. Over the next 2 weeks, Alex and Lily worked together to prepare for the gallery opening. They selected pieces, wrote artist statements, and practiced talking about the work. With each passing day, Alex felt more confident about sharing his art with the world, but they both knew the clock was ticking. Lily had to give Barcelona her answer the day after the gallery opening. The night before the show, as they hung the last painting, Lily turned to Alex. Whatever happens tomorrow, I want you to know that these past weeks have been the most important of my life. You've shown me what it means to be truly seen by another person. Alex felt his heart racing. Lily, I need to tell you something. What is it? I'm in love with you. I know the timing is terrible, and I know you have this amazing opportunity, but I had to say it. You've changed everything for me. Lily looked at him with tears in her eyes. Alex, you don't have to say anything. I just needed you to know. Lily stepped closer to him. I love you too. That's what makes this so hard. They stood there in the gallery, surrounded by art that told the story of their journey together, both knowing that tomorrow would change everything. The gallery opening was more successful than Alex could have ever imagined. People crowded around his paintings asking questions, sharing their own interpretations. Several pieces sold within the first hour. Alex stood in the corner, watching it all happen, feeling like he was in a dream. A few months ago, he had been stuck, isolated, afraid to take any risks. Now he was surrounded by people who were genuinely moved by his work. You did it, Lily said, appearing at his side with 2 glasses of champagne. We did it, Alex corrected. None of this would have happened without you. The gallery owner, Mrs. Chen, approached them with a huge smile. Alex, I have to tell you, this is one of our most successful opening nights ever. People are connecting with your work in a way I rarely see. An art critic from the local newspaper wanted to interview Alex. A collector was interested in commissioning a piece. Everything Alex had dreamed of was happening at once. But through it all, he kept glancing at Lily. Tomorrow, she had to give her answer about Barcelona. As the evening wound down and the last guest left, Alex and Lily found themselves alone, in the gallery with his paintings. So, Alex said, trying to keep his voice light. Big day tomorrow. Lily nodded. I've been thinking about what you said yesterday, about being in love with me. Alex felt his heart stop. And? I realized something. I've been running my whole life, from place to place, experience to experience, always looking for the next thing. But with you, for the first time, I want to stay still. What are you saying? I'm saying that Barcelona will always be there. But this, what we have, might not be. Alex couldn't believe what he was hearing. Are you sure? This is your dream program. No, Lily said, taking his hands. My dream is to help people heal through art. And I've learned more about that in the past month with you than I probably would in 2 years of school. But what about your career? Lily smiled. Funny thing about that. Mrs. Chen mentioned that the gallery is looking for someone to develop an art therapy program for the community. Apparently, they were impressed by what they saw in your work. Tonight. Alex felt like his heart might explode with happiness. Really? Really? It seems like the universe has a sense of humor about these things. They walked back to their apartment building together, holding hands for the first time. Everything felt different now. The future that had seemed so uncertain just hours ago now felt full of possibility. Back in Alex's apartment, they sat on his couch looking at the newspaper review of the show. The critic had written about the raw honesty in Alex's work, how it captured the vulnerability and strength of human connection. "I can't believe this is real," Alex said. "Believe it," Lily said. "You deserve all of this success. You worked for it. We worked for it." Lily curled up next to him on the couch. "So what happens now?" "Now we keep creating, we keep growing, we keep taking risks together." "Together," Lily repeated, and Alex loved how the word sounded. 6 months later, Alex's art was being shown in galleries across the city. Lily had started the art therapy program at Mrs. Chen's gallery, and it was already helping dozens of people work through their own creative blocks and emotional struggles. They had moved in together, combining Alex's organized chaos with Lily's colorful energy. Their apartment was full of art supplies, finished paintings, and the comfortable mess of two people building a life together. On a rainy Thursday evening, exactly like the night they first met, Lily knocked on Alex's door. But this time she wasn't locked out. This time she was coming home. "How was your day?" Alex asked, kissing her as she came inside. "Amazing. We had a breakthrough with one of the clients in the art therapy group. She created this incredible piece about overcoming her fear of failure." Alex smiled. "Sounds familiar." "It does, doesn't it?" They worked together that evening, side by side, each on their own projects but sharing the same space, the same easel, the same dream of creating something meaningful. As Alex watched Lily paint, he thought about how much had changed since that first night. He had learned that the best things in life come when you stop hiding from possibility, when you let bold, unexpected people into your carefully guarded world, when you choose love over fear, again and again. Lily looked up from her painting and caught him staring at her. "What are you thinking about?" she asked. "Just how grateful I am that you got locked out that night." Lily laughed. "Want to know a secret?" "Always." "I wasn't really locked out. I heard you working late every night for weeks, and I could tell from the sounds that you were frustrated with something. I wanted to check on you, but I didn't know how to just knock and introduce myself." Alex stared at her. "Are you serious?" "Completely serious. I made up the lockout story because I was too nervous to just say hi." Alex started laughing. "So you're telling me this whole thing started because you were too shy to introduce yourself normally? Sometimes the boldest thing you can do is admit you need an excuse to be brave." Alex pulled her into his arms, paint-covered hands and all. "Well, I'm glad you found your excuse." "Me too," Lily said and kissed him. Outside, the rain kept falling, just like it had that first night. But inside their apartment, surrounded by art and love and the beautiful mess of two lives intertwined, everything was exactly as it should be.